rooms in the room block. No fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
They release room blocks like a week before, sometimes 2 weeks before, because they have to start filling those rooms.
Multiple Zoom. All right, let's see what we got here. We've got participants. Hunter, Karen. Is Karen Chesley doing mental health? Bierman's on there, but we need your jail. John Hunter Smith.
Just got pulled into the 469 for a quick plea. She said that she should be out pretty quick.
We'll get to her soon. We still need the jail. Still a little early, but
Actually, no, she hasn't pleaded with us. She got pulled into the 469. But
cuts his throat.
In the courtroom in front of the judge.
With a knife?
They don't.
Attorney stuff?
you know.
He cut his throat.
Oh my God.
The jury had just left, so the jury wasn't in there because everybody else in the courtroom. They talked to a lady, she goes, it's either a pin or a scalpel. They don't know what it was, they're not saying what it is. But she said you can see all the way in his neck, so I was like, I'm pretty sure it's a scalpel, not a pin.
That's pretty gutsy.
Yeah. You don't want to go to jail.
I can imagine what your response.
Are you
would be.
joining us?
It's not connecting.
That's what you just call the next case next.
Connected earlier, right?
Court calls.
That was cutthroat.
Did it kill him?
Yeah.
I wondered if it was one of those unsuccessful.
Attempted life-saving measures in the courtroom when he died.
Yeah.
Not sure what you do to a sliced open neck throat.
I ain't touching him. I ain't touching him. I ain't touching
Like what you do.
him.
Apply pressure.
Yeah, put your hand over it, just
Here.
let you bleed out.
Put a tourniquet on it.
Stuff that roll paper towels in there.
All right, that was the detention center. So we're in action. Except we don't have a Claudia. And has David Lee. Can we have Mr. Lee first? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Wonderful. Mr. Lee, if you would raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but true stuff you got.
Yes, sir.
Is your true name David Lawrence Lee?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand your charge in this case with criminal trespass?
Yes, sir.
You can put your hand down. Do you understand you and your attorney worked out a plea agreement for 14 days in jail with credit for 14 days? You'll be done with your jail time right now, okay?
Yes, sir.
And have you had enough time to go over the case with him?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand we're doing this plea electronically and your attorney is online with us right now?
Yes, sir.
Are you okay doing the plea that way?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you okay doing the plea electronically?
Yeah, yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. To the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your plea guilty, find you guilty, sentence you to 14 days in jail. You're gonna get credit for 14 days. I'm gonna find that you're indigent and waive all court costs, and you'll be time served as of right now, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you
And
have
we've
any,
got one more hold on you, Mr. Lee. So we got to get that one pled before we can get you out. Okay.
Okay.
All
do
right.
you have any questions about anything else?
No, sir.
All right, good luck. Thank y'all.
Thanks, Judge. If you see a prosecutor, if you could nudge them towards if you see a prosecutor, if you could nudge them towards responding to an email so we can do his other plea.
Any particular prosecutor?
Anybody in your court.
Okay,
Thanks.
Mindy's on it right now.
Twenty-four, 25 available. And I have one escort one for Ravens Friday.
All right, let's see who we got. We have Mr. Miller, please. All right, Ms. Miller, if you would
Yes,
raise
sir.
your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, stuff you got.
Yes, sir.
Is your true name James Lavelle Conrad Miller?
Yes, sir.
And you understand you have two cases pending, one charged you with evading arrest, the other one charged you with driving while intoxicated.
Yes, sir.
And have you had enough time to go over each case with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand your attorney is online with us right now? We're doing this plea electronically.
Yes, sir.
Are you okay doing the plea that way?
Yes, sir.
And to each of these charges, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Accept your plea guilty in each case, find you guilty in each case. You'll be sentenced to 60 days in jail in each case. You'll get credit for at least 102 days of back time in each case. You're gonna be time served on each case as of right now, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about anything?
No, sir.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Later. All right. We don't have any more lawyers. Is somebody covering lawyers? You said Kara got called into another court. We're waiting for lawyers. We don't even have our prosecutor.
What's up? Hello? Hey, are you trying to log on for your plea at 10:30? All right, well, you're doing it on Zoom, right? All right.
No Claire knows about it. Because she's in. Which I emailed.
Bradley. Could we have Mr. Avina?
Sorry, Judge.
Not a problem.
Judge Copeland said to tell you hi.
Yeah,
He apologizes for being 30 minutes late to mine.
I'm glad you're passing it on instead of him personally passing it on. It's a lot shorter this way. All right, Mr. Avina, if you would raise your right hand. You swear or affirm testimony about to give me truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is your true name Joe Avina?
Yes, sir.
You put your hand down. Do you understand in this case you are charged with driving while intoxicated?
Yes, sir.
And do you also understand that you had a BAC above 0.15?
Yes, sir.
Have you had enough time to go over that case with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
It looks like you and your attorney worked out a plea agreement for 25 days in jail with credit for at least 39 days.
Yes, sir.
And because you are in jail, I'm assuming you're indigent. I'm going to go ahead and waive your statutory fine. Okay, that'll save you a little bit of money.
Yes, sir.
Okay. To the charge of driving while intoxicated, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And to the allegation that you had a BAC above a 0.15, is that allegation true?
Your Honor, they are abandoning that paragraph.
Okay. Okay, I see it on here. Okay. So you're just pleading to DWI, to the DWI charge, you plead guilty, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, I accept your plea guilty. Find you guilty, sentence you to 25 days in jail. You get credit for at least 39 days. The extra 14 days take care of any court costs. You'll be time served as of right now, okay?
Yes, sir.
Has your license already been suspended?
I'm sure it has, sir.
Okay. Well, we'll just suspend it again for 90 days. And that'll give you time to go get an occupational if you choose to do that, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any questions about anything?
No, sir, I don't.
All right. Good luck. Thank y'all.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Judge. Sorry for being late.
No problem. I'll look. I haven't seen. Somebody else just jumped on.
It should be clear.
I agree with you. All right, let's see who else we have. Should we go ahead and do the mental
Yes.
health?
She said she thought they were just about done, but she understands if you need to get mental health done,
Right.
and she'll just get in when she can.
All right, we'll take care of that.
You have 2 emails from me on this case.
Gotcha. We have Miss Brady, please. All right. This, let me find that. I'm the wrong one. All right. This is Julie Brady, right?
Yes, sir.
If you would raise your right hand and be sworn, do you swear or affirm testimony about to give you the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So help me God, yes.
And I have received a copy of the mental health assessment. I have reviewed it. Did you want to call your client and testify?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. She's been sworn in already.
Thank you. May I begin?
Yes.
Julie, you and I have gone over this proceeding, right? We've talked about what we're doing this morning, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you understand that even if you are granted a mental health bond today, you still have to stand, I guess, before the court at a later date for the charges that you face, correct?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
This has nothing to do with that. This is just what we're doing in the meantime, getting you out so that you can get the help and treatment that you need, right?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when you were out, or when I saw you first, when you were brought into the jail, you were not currently on medication. Is that right?
No.
Okay. You have been prescribed medication in the past, though, correct?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
And since you've been at the jail, they have started giving you medication. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. The Zyprexa.
Zyprexa, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I took that before and it worked very well. It's just embarrassing, that's all.
And by before, you mean to,
When my late
you-
husband passed away, yes.
okay. And when you took it before, did it seem to help?
Yes, it did help, yes.
Okay.
But
And does it
Yeah.
seem to be helping now?
Yeah, I've never complained about it. It was just, I didn't have funds to have it and stuff like that. So, it's just, people judge you for taking the medicine.
So-
Sometimes you don't want to be, people call you crazy.
You and I have spoken about, if you are granted this bond, some of the requirements that you will face, correct?
Yes, I will never
Okay.
touch a drug again. I will take the medicine. I will go to
One-
court. I will pay every fine you ask me to take care of.
Correct. You will show up for court when you have to. You will take
Yes,
your
ma'am.
medication as prescribed. You will check in with the court personnel if you need to, and you will follow whatever conditions that are set, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, since I spoke with you yesterday, I've been contacting the DA's office, different people within the DA's office regarding some of the conditions on conditions of bond, and then also an emergency protective order. You and I have actually spoken about the emergency protective order though, correct?
Yes,
And you understand that there are certain places, 2 different addresses, one where you were living and
right,
a place of employment where you cannot go, correct?
right. But I get to go with my son, right?
If the judge grants this, your son, your adult son, Blake Welch, is the residence that we are proposing. Okay? And that is also the person who we are proposing will pick you up from the jail and take you. All right?
Thank you so much.
Hey, nothing's been decided. This is strictly us having a hearing and proposing it. All right? And so there is a second set of conditions, right? That the magistrate judge also has implemented. And one of those is that you cannot communicate with the complainant in this case, and that is your ex-husband, Mr.
I don't
Fursey.
want to. I don't want to. I want to be with my son.
Okay.
So I can clean his house and take care of everything he has to do, Yes.
And you understand that, and unless or until we get that condition modified so that it tracks the language in the EPO, you cannot communicate with Mr. All right?
I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't.
Okay.
I don't. That's what. He was raping
Okay.
my animals. I don't want to talk to him.
Judge,
Go with my son.
I'll pass the witness.
Does the state have any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Brady, when were you diagnosed with bipolar disorder?
After my late husband passed away unexpectedly, got sick, and within 24 hours he had died. And my children, they look just like him, so it's hard to get over that.
And was that in 2016?
No, that was in 2011.
Okay,
I know
2011.
it's been a long time, but I was married 18 years to this man, so.
And what is your relationship with the current victim in this case, William Fursey?
He was my husband, and when I caught him having sex with my animals, that's when I went batshit crazy. I'm sorry, but I did. I went crazy when I saw that. I mean, I caught him in the act of doing it, and then so I did what any mother would do. I try to protect my animals and my son.
And Ms. Brady, was that the date of this offense that you were arrested for?
Yes. And we
So
just got a new animal, Daisy. She's a pig, and I would sleep in front of the door to make sure he wouldn't get near her.
And so are you still currently married to Mr. Fursey?
Fursey, no, I don't. Hell no.
You were just in a dating relationship?
No, I don't want to see that man. He touched my animal inappropriately. That's just not
okay.
forgivable.
And so you mentioned before that you have been diagnosed with bipolar right after your late husband died, and that you had been prescribed medication before. Is that correct?
And yes, and that I married the wrong man who was trying to have sex with my animals. So
okay, and then
yes.
Crazy. Thank you, Ms. Brady. I just want to direct your questions right now just towards your previous medication. And you said that previous medication helped you. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
However, at the time of this offense, you were not taking that medication. Is that correct?
Right. And that's right. I was not taking the med because I didn't need it at that time. I thought it was okay until I caught him doing what he was doing. And it's like he taunted me with it,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Would you say that, big changes in your life contribute sometimes to your ability to be able to take your medication and that sort of thing?
I don't want my animal to be raped. I don't want my son to be touched by this man.
Yes, Miss Brady, it's okay. We don't no longer have to talk about that particular offense. I now want to
But
talk
after
about.
seeing that, it's what's in my head. I keep seeing that over and over, catching him doing that. And my animal can say yes and no, and mama and everything. She can talk. She can tell y'all.
Thank you,
I taught
Miss
my
Brady.
animal to speak.
Miss Brady, I just want to directly now ask you a couple of very direct questions just about your plans with your son. How old is your son?
Which one? Because my eldest, my son Tristan, he's 18 and he stays there with Bill.
Blake Welch, I believe. Blake Welch is who
Yes,
you would live
Blake.
with if you are
Yeah.
released on a mental health PR bond. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And how old is Blake?
Blake is 24.
Blake is 24 years old. Where does Blake live?
He lives in Plano. He works at Brakes Plus. He's a car mechanic.
Okay. So
He's Jesus. They call him.
yes. So your son is 24 years old. He has a job. How do you plan on getting to Life Path if you are released on a mental health PR?
I have a car, and if not, he'll let me use his car. I mean, so I'm saying I have a car there. It's at the Percy's residence. I hate that.
Okay.
Sorry.
And do you have a cell phone that you would be able to check in if you are?
I didn't have a. I didn't. He would never get. He would never. He would never give it. He would always turn the phone off on purpose so that I wouldn't be able to call him. I don't have a cell.
Okay, that's okay. No more questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Anything else from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
You rest.
Do I get to go home with my son?
Yes, Your Honor.
And does the state have anything else to add?
Yes, Your Honor. We just would offer at this time State's Exhibit 1, which is the probable cause affidavit, and then request to read in the defendant's criminal history.
That's fine.
What does that mean?
It's okay, Julie. She gets to speak for just a minute and
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
testifying though. Thank you.
On February 19th, 1996, the defendant was arrested for public lewdness. And then on June 23rd, with no prosecution data for that case, then on June 23rd, 2012, the defendant was arrested for possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, a third-degree felony, and was convicted of that felony on October 11th, 2012, and sentenced to 2 years probation. While in custody on August 20th, 2013, the defendant did undergo a brief substance abuse punishment while in Huntsville. And that's the end of the defendant's criminal history.
And you rest.
State rest and close.
Any argument?
Yes, Your Honor, from the state. At this time, Your Honor, we would oppose a mental health PR bond in this case. It's very clear that the defendant does not have a sufficient support system as she is released to be able to live with a 24-year-old son in Plano with not access to a cell phone and good access to a car is very troublesome. Not to mention the stakes of the offense itself, Your Honor. The offense itself is good enough cause alone to deny the defendant mental health PR bond. It is clear that when she is not currently in custody in a controlled and supervised environment, the defendant has, and as this often shows, the ability to become assaultive. There's an EPO out and a no contact order. Once again, for the victim in this case, I understand that the victim has written a letter to Your Honor. However, at this time, we do not think that the defendant is stable enough to be released. And if so, she would be a danger to the community and herself.
Any response from the defendant?
Just briefly, Your Honor. My client clearly is not getting the help that she needs right now. She does need to get out so that she can get the help that she needs. She does have a support system, both through her mother. She has her son, her adult son has stepped up. And while we understand that Mr. Furzy is not allowed contact, He does have the ability to facilitate certain things. He clearly does have the finances and the ability to help schedule appointments. And so through those people, she can get the help and support that she needs. She does have the ability and access to phones, both through her son and her mother. She can use a phone, whether she has one herself. She does have a vehicle. She can get places. She also has people who can give her rides. She clearly needs more help than she's getting in jail, and she needs to get out so that she can get that.
Well, I mean, I'm concerned, number one, about the level of the offense, but the other problem is I mean, she just doesn't seem that stable right now to be released, and I don't want to throw her out on the street and find out what happens. I'd rather get her and keep her in jail for a little bit longer, just kind of see how things go, and if they can get her on some medication in the jail and kind of get her more stable, because she doesn't seem very stable at all right now. So I'm going to deny bond this time, and we may revisit it here in a few weeks or so and see how she's doing. All right. Thank y'all. Could we have Mr. Cruz?
Morning.
Are you? All right. If you would raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give me truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Is your true name Brian Keith Cruz?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand in this case you are charged with assault?
Yes, sir.
And it looks like it involved a family member. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Have you had enough time to go over the case with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand your attorney is online with us right now? We're doing this plea electronically.
Yes, sir.
Are you okay doing the plea that way?
Yes, sir.
To the charge of assault, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And to the allegation that involved the family member's allegation true?
Yes, sir.
Accept your plea. Find you guilty, sentence you to 60 days in jail. You'll get credit for at least 68 days. The extra 8 days will take care of any court costs. You'll be time served as of right now, okay?
Thank you.
Do you have any questions about anything?
No, sir.
Good luck. Thank y'all.
Are you waiving the court-appointed attorney fees as well?
Yeah, I don't add those on jail people.
Okay, thanks.
See ya. Thanks, Chelsea.
It's actually me, but
Oh,
she'll be right back.
you came back.
Well, she's in my room.
All right, fine. Be that way.
Okay,
I think we're done. Thank you.
thank you.